Welcome to our channel Eazy Btech. This is Rujna. In the last session, I had discussed about inheritance topic. So in this session, I would like to tell about polymorphism. So polymorphism. What is polymorphism? One functionality with different behaviors is called polymorphism. One functionality with different behaviors is called polymorphism. The ability to appear in more forms is called as polymorphism. Polymorphism is a Greek word. Poly means many and morphism means forms. Let's see an example for what is an exact example for polymorphism. What is polymorphism? One functionality with different behaviors is called as polymorphism. So for example, I am taking one functionality. One functionality is nothing but wedding cards, visiting cards, etc. This is a one functionality. It is a real-time example for polymorphism. So it is a functionality. Okay, what it is? It is a functionality. What is the functionality? Here, wedding cards is the functionality. So one functionality is there. So wedding cards are same, but members are in different forms. Member 1, member 2, member 3, member 4, etc. Okay. I am giving same card for first person, second person, third person, fourth person, etc. Okay. I am giving same card, means same functionality card. Okay. Same functionality card with different members. That is nothing but polymorphism. So one functionality with different behaviors is called as polymorphism. What is a Greek word? Actually, polymorphism takes from Greek word. Poly means many and morphism means forms. Many forms. That is nothing but polymorphism. Okay. So actually in polymorphism, two types are there. There are two types of polymorphism. What are that? Overloading, overriding. Overloading, overriding. So in overloading, there are three types of overloadings in polymorphism. How many types? There are three types of overloading in polymorphism. What are they? Method overloading, constructor overloading, operator overloading. Method overloading, constructor overloading, operator overloading. I already told about what is method, what is constructor. So method is used for business logic. So what is the constructor use? The main use of constructor is to initialize or declare instance variable. What is the constructor name? Underscore init underscore is the constructor name. What is the method name? Method name may be anything. That is your wish, but you have to follow naming conventions. Okay, identifier rules also. Okay, and next, let's see here. But Python doesn't support method overloading and constructor overloading. Why? Because Python won't support method overloading and constructor overloading. Python don't want to support. Okay, Python don't want to support method and constructor overloading. Python don't want to support method and constructor overloading. Why? Because by default Python supports method and constructor overloading. Okay, so it is the concept. Actually, in overloading, three types are there: method overloading, constructor overloading, operator overloading. Python doesn't support method and constructor overloading. Why? Because by default, Python supports method and constructor overloading. By default, Python supports method and constructor overloading. Python doesn't have data type. Actually, Python doesn't have data type. That's why by default it supports method and constructor overloading. If it is a Java programming language contains a data type. That's why Method overloading, constructor overloading are present in Java. So why? Because there is no default support in Java. There is no default support in Java, but in Python there is a default support for method overloading and constructor overloading. Let's see. For example, I am taking a method. I'm taking a new page. I'm taking a class. For example, class name is test. Class name is test. This class contains one method. That method name is display. I'm passing one parameter to this method. Just print A. First of all, you have to know about what is a method overloading. What is method overloading? Method overloading is nothing but one class contains more than one method with the same name. First of all, you have to know about what is method overloading. Method overloading is nothing but one class contains more than one method with same name. One class contains more than one method with same name. But in Java, what are the data types are there? So, for example, in Java, I'm creating a method. For example, I'm creating a method. The method name is display. The method name is display. Okay. So here I'm passing a variable. So I'm passing a parameter. If it is an integer parameter, you have to mention int type. If I want to pass float data type parameter, then you have to create another method for float variable. If you want to pass string data type, again you have to create another method for string type, like this. Okay. So if you want to pass double data type, then again you want to create another method for double data type. So that's why Java supports method overloading. Okay, method overloading. But in Python there is no data type. That's why method overloading by default supported by Python. So let's see here. I'm creating an object for test class. I'm calling display function t.display of, I have to pass one number, that is nothing but 10, that is nothing but integer number. After that, I am passing another variable. I am passing float variable. After that, I am passing another parameter or argument, anything. That is nothing but Python. It is a string data type. After that, in another method called, I am passing boolean value. Okay. After that, I am passing complex value. Okay. Let's execute this program. Method overloading. Let's execute this program. So it will execute 5 times. Then answer is 10. 89.78 Python true. 12 plus 78J is the answer. See here. Okay. If it is a Java program. Okay. If it is a Java program, what will happen? We want to create 5 methods. If it is a Java programming language, we want to create 5 methods. Why? Because So in Python, there is no data type concept, but there is not a concept. Inbuilt by default, it supports data type. So in Python, there is no data type declaration, but in Java, there is a data type declaration is mandatory. That's why we have to create 5 methods. Okay. So that's why Python by default inbuilt it will support Python method overloading. Okay. And see here. So for it is a same length arguments. If it is a same length argument. If it is a default length arguments, what I do now? If it is a default means different length argument. If it is a different length argument, then what I do? Just for example, I am passing here 10, 10. Okay, if it is a same length argument, no problem, it will support. If it is a okay, different length arguments, then what is the problem? Okay, so I am passing 2 positional arguments. Actually, I am passing 3 positional arguments, but 2 were given. 2 means self and A. Okay, so self. So PVM by default give an argument and value to the self argument. So here for different length arguments. So I am telling another example program for different length argument. For example, I am taking a class name as test and I am taking a method name as display. See here, it is an example program for different length arguments by using default arguments. I already told about default arguments in functions concept. In functions concept, self A is equal to, I am taking as none. B is equal to none, means nothing, empty. C is equal to none. I am taking here 3 arguments. Okay. If I am giving 3 arguments, A is not equal to none and B is not equal to none and C not equal to none, what will happen? Then I have to calculate sum for these 3 numbers. Sum is equal to A plus B plus C. Either I will move on elif. If A not equal to none, I am giving only 2 values. I am passing 2 values, A and B. B not equal to none. What will happen? Then answer is sum is equal to A plus B. Either else, just print a message. Must and should you have to pass. Must and should you have to pass. You have to pass. Okay. 2 or 3 parameters or arguments. Okay. This is the display method in test class. After that, I am creating an object for test class. T.display. I am calling T.display method. Let's see here. Must and should you have to pass 2 or 3 arguments. If I am passing only one value, 12. Again it will generate must and should you have to pass 2 or 3 parameters. 12, 2. The answer is 14. Sum is equal to 14. 12, 2, 2. The answer is 16. So it is an example program for method overloading. So okay, method overloading. So for different length arguments by using default arguments. Okay. So by using, I am telling another example. So for different length arguments by using where-arg arguments. Where-arg arguments is also called as variable length arguments. Variable length arguments. Let's see here an example program for this. I am taking a class name as test and after that I am taking a method name is display. So here I am taking a variable length argument. That is nothing but a. So after that I have to print values of a. So simply you can write like this, print a. Okay, print a. If you want to, first of all I have to create an object for test class. After that I am passing display method. I am passing a value that is nothing but 23. See here, what is the answer? 23 is the answer. If I am passing 10 values, 10, 20, 30, 40, and answer is 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. If I doesn't pass any value, no problem, it will execute it. Okay, with empty block. If I am passing 10 values, no problem, it will be executed. Okay, let's see here. It will be executed successfully. Okay, so this is an example program for different length arguments by using where-arg arguments or variable length arguments. If I want to perform sum for these arguments, whatever I passed it. So then just perform some calculation. For example, I want to perform sum, that is nothing but total is equal to 0. Then I have to write a for loop for I in sequence. What is the sequence? Sequence is a. Then you have to calculate total is equal to total plus a. Then you have to perform an answer here. Print total. So first of all the answer is 10. After that 30, 60. Then answer is 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. So sorry, the answer is 30 plus 30, 60. Then answer is 100 here. 100. Here the answer is 10. Here nothing, means 0 is the answer. So here the answer is 10. Okay. If I am giving an extra value like 6, the answer is 16. Let's execute this program. Unsupported format, unsupported operand. Not a. Here I have to put I. See here 10, 100, 0, 21. 21 is the answer. 5, 6, 10, 15. Yeah. 21 is the answer. Okay. 21 is the answer. So this is an example program for different length arguments by using variable length arguments or where-arg arguments. Let's see here. So what is constructor overloading? Okay, up to now method overloading is completed by default. By default, Python supports method overloading by using variable length arguments or default arguments. Okay, with different arguments. If it is the same arguments, no problem, automatically it will support it. So what is constructor overloading? First of all, you have to know about what is a constructor overloading. Okay, What is constructor overloading? One class contains more than one constructor. More than one constructor. It is known as constructor overloading. Constructor overloading. Okay. What is constructor overloading? One class contains more than one constructor. It is known as constructor overloading. But Python doesn't support constructor overloading. Python doesn't support constructor overloading. Why? Because Python is already support by default. By default, Python supports constructor overloading. By default, Python supports constructor overloading. Let's see an example program, how it is supports. Class. I'm taking a class name as test. I'm creating a constructor that is nothing but underscore init underscore. Constructor contains at least one argument. That argument is nothing but self. Let's print a value. Okay. Let's print a value. First of all, you have to create an object for test class. After that, you can call. Okay. After that, here you have to mention 12. No problem. It will be executed successfully 12. After that, I am creating another object like T1, T2, T3, etc. T2 12.78. T3 Python. Okay. Let's execute this. Okay, 12.78 Python is the answer. If I am giving another constructor, underscore init underscore, I'm not giving any argument. This self is a default argument. Okay, just I'm giving pass message. Okay, what will happen? If I'm not here, if I'm creating two constructors, what will happen? Here I'm calling first constructor. So, but I'm giving two constructor. So, in Python, there is no constructor overloading topic. Why? Because Python inbuilt support have constructor overloading. So, if I'm giving two constructor in one class, what will happen? Let's check this code. What will happen? So, init underscore takes one positional arguments, but two were given. Means whenever we write a new constructor, automatically previous constructor is erased. That's why it will generate an error message like this. Whenever we are giving new constructor, automatically previous constructor is erased. For example, see here, A, B. I'm passing here. What will here? It tells missing one required positional argument, that is nothing but B. Okay, here I'm passing only one argument in three objects creation. I'm passing only one value, but B is missing. Okay. So, this is about constructor overloading. Actually, constructor overloading is not supported in Python. Okay. If we are trying to put a more than one constructor in one class, must and should. So, it will take a new constructor only. Automatically, previous constructor is erased. This is about constructor overloading. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic. What is next topic? Operator overloading. So first of all, you have to know about what is operator overloading. What is operator overloading? Okay. So plus, what is plus? Plus is used for addition as well as concatenation also. Concatenation also. Plus is used for addition as well as concatenation also. So if you are using two numbers between plus, if I am using plus operators between two numbers, it perform addition. If I am using plus operator in between two strings, it perform concatenation. You already known about concatenation and addition. For example, see here, I am taking 10 plus 20, so it will perform addition. So 10 plus 89.89, it perform addition. If I am taking plus operator in between any numbers, in between any two numbers, it will perform addition. If I am taking plus operator in between two strings, it will perform concatenation. So one operator which perform different operations. One operator which perform different operations based upon operands. So this is about operator overloading. Python supports operator overloading topic. Let's see what is operator overloading. So I already told about operator overloading. So in Python, operator overloading is there. Operator overloading by using magic methods. We are using magic methods to perform operator overloading. So what are that magic methods? Let's see here. Plus. It is a magic method for addition. It is a magic method for subtraction. Nothing but underscore, sub, underscore, and next parentheses. Okay, these are the magic methods for operator overloading. It is an addition operator. Next one is assignment operator. Next one is relational or comparison operator overloading. Okay, let's see an example program for operator overloading. For example, I am taking a class name as book. Okay, I am taking a class name as book. It is an operator overloading example. Class name as book. In this, I am taking one constructor. I am calling that constructor using one parameter. After that, I am printing that. Okay, I am taking a constructor self. After that, I am taking pages. Okay, so I am passing values. Self dot pages is equal to pages. Next, B is equal to book of. I'm passing 100. Let's B1. B2 is equal to book of 200. After that, I have to perform sum for B1 and B2. B1 plus B2. Let's execute this program. So what will happen? Unsupported operand. Type book and book. Unsupported operand book and book. Actually, here we are passing integer values. Whenever we are passing integer values to book class, it is an integer value. But B1 is an object. Which object? So I am creating an object for book. So it will be treated as book object. B2 is also an object. Which object? Book object. So it will treated as book object. Not integer, not float, not string like this. It is a book object. So I am performing addition addition for these two objects. That's why it will generate an error message. That is nothing but type error. See here, unsupported operands types were book plus book. For this purpose, we are using these magic methods. For this purpose, we are using these magic methods. Let's use this magic method for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, so division is also there, multiplication, etc. So here underscore underscore add underscore underscore self. Okay, self. I am taking another variable that is nothing but other. Okay, just you have to return. What you have to return? Return self dot pages plus others dot pages. Let's execute this. See here, then answer is 300. Okay, whenever I am calling B1 plus B2, here I didn't call this method. You have observed carefully, I didn't call this method by using object reference. I didn't call this method. So whenever I am creating a plus for two objects, automatically add method will call. So it will execute a self dot pages, means self dot pages. So B1 is nothing but self dot pages and B2 is nothing but other dot pages. Automatically 10 plus 200, then answer is 300. Let's execute this. Def underscore underscore sub underscore underscore self comma other. What you have to return? Return self dot pages minus other dot pages. So here I want to call minus, print B1 minus B2. Again I am creating another method that is nothing but mul self comma other. Then what is the answer? Return self dot pages into other dot pages. Let's see the answer for this program. B1 into B2. Let's execute this. 300 minus 100, 20,000 is the answer. Okay. So it is an example program for operator overloading. Okay. In the next session, I will discuss about remaining operator overloading example programs, and after that, I will tell about method overriding, means overriding. Okay. So in overriding topic, only one overriding is there, that is nothing but method overriding. Okay. In next session, I will tell about overloading, means operator overloading with remaining examples and method overriding topic. Okay. So I hope all of you understand up to this concept. If you have any doubts regarding this topic, please post on comment section. Okay. Thanks for watching.